Monday is the day. Fishman, gristle time. Fishman, gristle time. Fishman, gristle time. We started the streaming. Egads, I must be dreaming. I said started the streaming. Egads, I must be dreaming. I'm just sharing it to some folks hither and yon. I'm gonna share it to some folks who got it going on. Say what? O, E, I, U. And sometimes Y, I. Wow, a little vowel activity. Little Robert Plant does the vowels. Hey, E, I, O, U. Sometimes Y, I. That's not weird at all. It's not weird at all, friends. It's not weird at all. Ho, ho. Happy Monday to you. I got a Lester Palfus. Maddie K is the first one in the building. Maddie K, good day to you. Maddie K, Maddie K, Maddie K, good day to you. There's David Bales. Dave Davies, sorry. Dave Davies. We got Tom Essler coming in from beautiful Illinois. Do that beat that you were doing, and I was doing that West Montgomery thing, usually in 6, but we're doing it in 4. Can you dig it? I see Robert, I see Marvin, I see the gang, I see Micah Burrell, I see Nick. Did you hear that jam? Did you hear that jam? Yeah, he's got my Scooby-Doo shirt on back there. Dylan took my Scooby-Doo shirt. Dylan took my Scooby-Doo shirt. What's going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? So many people tuning in, we greet you all. So many, Patrick McManus, what's going down up in the Dual Metropolitan Complex, We had Toberly Marshall down this weekend. We played our Tosa's Fest right down in the village of Wauwatosa. We rocked people with great aplomb and vehemence. They weren't prepared for it, but we gave it to them, and they were like, oh, mercy. And then we played in front of the ZZ Top at the Summers Fest. And I did put word out to a mutual friend, our buddy Van Wilkes. I said, Van, I've never really hung out with Billy. I shook his hand one time in passing at a Fender event years ago. Never really had a chance to hang out with him. And you put in a word, say, hey, bro. And I was thinking about reaching out to Greg Martin and maybe Guthrie Trapp and some other people that I know him very well. But I thought, Van's buddies with him. I'll see what happens. No interaction whatsoever with Bill Gibbons. But I understand it, The guys on the road, they don't want to interact with anybody. They have their separate buses. They don't emerge like vampires until the time they have to go on stage. They do their thing and they go back to their kibbles and bits on board their vehicles. Maybe he's got some Captain Crunch on board. He's like, I got to get back to my spacious vessel, the back of the stage. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Maybe he needs some Scooby snacks. Exactly. Yeah, maybe he needs some scuba snacks. Or maybe you need some scuba snacks. Yeah. Ooh, maybe there's a song there somewhere. What a beat, Dylan. We're going to sing a song about Billy Gibbons and Scooby snacks. Individual, his name is Billy Gibbons. I don't really know an individual named Billy Gibbons. I called Van Wilkes and said, hey, can you put a good word in for me? And he said he did. And he said he did. But Billy didn't emerge. After the show, he went right back to his vehicle to get some Scooby snacks. Scooby snacks. I guess I really know an ending. Nolan didn't partake of the mighty gristle that was he could have slaked his mighty thirst. He stayed on board the Enterprise, otherwise known as the global living station of Billy Gibbons, the prevost vessel of doom and destruction. Wow, a lot of words in that song. His prevost vessel of doom and destruction, ladies and gentlemen. Tang, just like the astronauts. That's right, Matty K. Jack asked where in the UK were we going to play. We were going to do a little bit everywhere, but we had to cancel the tour for November. We had some gigs booked in Deutschland. We had this Polish festival. We're going to do something bad, and then we had 2 weeks in the UK. But we weighed the evidence at hand and said, you know what? Let's postpone. We're gonna postpone. I see Martin from Liverpool. I dig it. Liverpool. I did see that video of Billy Gibbons playing in Helsinki. You know, I bet he's a lot of fun when he's not, but when he's working like that, he's probably like, I don't even mess around. And you know, there's COVID, so he's probably, it's kind of funny as he was going to his vehicle and we were kind of sequestered off in this other area. We hear this gal yell up top, we're like, Billy, it's my birthday! Can I get a picture with you? And Dylan said something like, you know, at first I was thinking, these guys are kind of knobs. And then I heard that woman's voice and thought, no, I get it. He understood why Billy did his business. He understood why Billy did his business. I'm sure he's exhausted after losing Dusty. That's got to be just, yeah. There's all kinds of reasons for them to be sensitive. So I get it. But it doesn't stop me from singing a wise-ass song now, does it? It doesn't stop me from singing a wise-ass song, does it? And besides, all I'm doing is accusing him of eating crunch berries and drinking Tang. Game, respect, game. Am I right or am I right? That's right. Game, respect, game. Little Red Les Paul. Yeah, this guitar, people ask about it. Some people... It's funny, sometimes the stuff you see on social media, sometimes people will pipe in with just really weird little... Most of the time, I have to say 99% of the time, people are cool in the gang. It's a nice little community of folks on Instagram, on Facebook, on the YouTubes. But every now and again, you get somebody go, like, nice classic. Like I was slumming it by playing a Les Paul classic. Well, first of all, it wouldn't be wrong if I was playing a Les Paul classic. But this is actually a Wildwood Spec 57 featherweight with the Fishman Fluence Classic humbuckers, open core on board. So I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Like maybe if I was all that, I would be playing something other than a classic. It doesn't matter what guitar you play, folks. It's whatever trips your trigger in the moms. Am I right, Dylan, or am I right? Right. It's whatever trips your tricket in the it trips your tricket. It's whatever trips your tricket in the moms, ladies and gentlemen. New language, right here, in the Orange Room. It's not chambered, it's just really light wood. It's just really light wood. Let's zero in on this piece so we can see it. See it? It's a VOS, so it's got a little bit, plus it's got a little bit of just grout. And those are genuine glory road stains on the back there, road rash. And I've had this guitar now, I think, for going on 10 years perhaps. At first I had the regular classic humbuckers, and then I was out at Fishman a couple years ago and I said, I want some of those open core humbuckers because they had one more voice on them. So on this, I got this sound, which is the regular humbucker. Here's the middle boom. Here's Mr. Bridge. second voice is right here. I can get a little bit more beef. It's what's for dinner. See, that's where the buzz started. They were single coil at this point. That's a nice sound. So many opportunities to engage in spirited savagery. Ian's in the house. Ian Graham, ladies and gentlemen. And I like this guitar quite a bit. Right before the Cove hit, I was bringing this rascal out. I'd bring a Gristlemaster. A Gristlemaster or two. Now I bring a Gristlemaster and a Gristle 90. Those are the two guitars I've been bringing to the gig. But prior to that, I'd been bringing the Gristlemaster, a couple of them. Then I'd bring this rascal. And I'd also bring the 53 along, 53 Telly. But last few gigs, I just bring along the Gristlemaster in Blucifer and then the gold Gristle 90, my two signature guitars from a Reverend. And I swap at some point through the night. I usually start off on the Gristlemaster, or sometimes I start off on the other one. It depends what I'm feeling. And the baritone, too. You were correct, Patrick. I'd bring out the baritone as well. I have a Reverend Pete Anderson East Sider baritone, which sounds magnifico. Yes. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Turn this rascal up a little bit. This one's been kind of lonely. Gotta make sure it submits to my ways. Submit to my ways, you savage guitar. Let's do it. Sometimes when I've got this guitar, I like to do the Cream songs, a few Cream tunes. Hope you don't mind if we do some you may have heard before. And I'll practice what I preach. Don't deny me, baby, not while you're in my reach. I support the left, even though I'm leaning to the right. I support the left, though I'm leaning to the right. light break. To my big black minivan. Hey now, baby, get into my big black minivan. Don't deny me, baby, like you just don't understand. You ever hear that BBC sessions where Cream was on there and the politician? I can't even do that guy's voice. That's the politician by the Cream. Oh Lord. That's a little song by our friends Jarek, Jack, and Ginger. That didn't sound. Eric, Jack, and Ginger. Our friends from The Cream, ladies and gentlemen. You know, The Cream formed near my birthday in 1966. That's crazy. Sometimes I think to myself, what kind of a loser is obsessed with music that was created around the time he was born? Calling me loser because I dig it. Jim Hendrix came over to England when? September of 1966. Okay. Good stuff. I think Fleetwood Mac formed right around that time as well, if I'm not original with Peter Green. It's all good. W.C. Ray, do you have a 74 Vibrolux Reverb? Mint? And you want my amp? I know how to get my amps. Kind of. I know a guy. It was a golden era of music. You know, I love that thing where Frank Zappa's talking about he goes, in the 60s, All the guys that own the record companies, just these cigar chomping old guys going, I don't know what this stuff is. Put it out and see what happens. And so as a result, you got all these people that actually were creatively cool that could do it. Now it's, then the young guys came in that thought they knew what was cool, and then it was ruined forever. Then you had the gatekeeper, the hipster gatekeepers. I don't really know if that's valid or not. Oh, okay. Not that I'm judging. Does that sound judging? Does that sound bitter? Well, no, it just sounds like truth, bam, 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 truth, bam, truth. But such is life. It's not going to stop us. We're going to keep on keeping on, like the Speedwagon told us so many years ago. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. No. That's what the Speedwagon told us to do, Dylan. Dylan, the Speedwagon was before your time. Like that. I like that riff. Makes you feel good. It makes you feel right. Sin, repent. You know, Albert, that's hard to play that one solo. dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I like this guitar, right? This is a good one. It's got them Fishman Fluence Classic Humbuckers Open Core Edition. And I wanted it to be this configuration where the outsides were white and the insides were black, but you can get them the other way, or you can get them all black or all cream, whatever you want to do. You could do it. Oh, Green Bay Packers had a hard time, didn't they? That was a rather... Wow, don't be all angry about Aaron Rodgers. We don't know what's going on with that poor cat. Andrew Finley says, "Hi, Greg. I've got the chords off for 265, but I'm struggling with getting the right timing on the A string. You can mix it up. You don't have to be real. You don't always have to go. As long as you keep the shuffle rhythm going. I'll give you an example. Let me do it again here. Get up close. That's the 265 song. The 265 song, that's off the record called Strat's Got Your Tongue. More records were added to my Spotify. The old Double the Gristle, which was a half studio disc. It was a two-disc set. Half studio stuff, half live stuff with some crazy live. And we do Steppin' Out on there. I do Tonus Diabolics. I do a Red House version. I do Spanish Castle Magic. We do a crazy version of Spank It. What the hell else is on there? The Steppin' Out. Did I say Steppin' Out? And then my buddy's saying Shop in the Saddle, I think, on there. There's some crazy stuff on there. So and also, what else just went on? Oh, the Vivid Gristle, which has got the original version of the on there. And then also, I use this guitar on the Vivid Gristle thing, as a matter of fact. Oh, thank you very much. Congrats on getting your Reverend Signature model selling on Sweetwater. Hope they sell like hotcakes, you and me both. You and me both home. Jungle Strut says, play some of that Viking funk. I like that kind of talk. We can do that. I just ate a whole bag of Cheetos to this 265 song. Well, I'm glad I could be of service. You know what my buddy Andy Timmons did when we were down at that guitar camp in beautiful Tennessee? We started talking about kind of our local treats, and he grew up in part of Indiana where he would get these Grippo potato chips. And he goes, have you ever had Grippo potato chips? I said, I've never had such a thing. He goes, I'll send you some. And by God, he did. And we have been feasting on the Grippo barbecued potato chip over here with great applause. It's a sweet and tangy thing on the front end, and then the back end, the heat comes. On comes the heat. Who's hip? Who's hip to the Grippo potato chip out there in movie land? Anybody? Vodish King Shelf. Oh, we can do that. We can do a little Vodish Shelf. The heat. Now we're talking about food out there. We got some delicious food going on. That was a little song called The Vody Shuffle. That's also on the Vivid Gristle release, which has just been re-released. If you go to Spotify, subscribe to the channel, doggone it. Get all those records on there. All them records. You can buy the hard disc at my website. At some point, we're going to have them all up on Bandcamp so that we could actually get a little better taste of that sweet, sweet muh. But for now, don't be afraid. You know, because people who book gigs and, you know, get interested in all the syntax of stuff. The gatekeepers of today, ladies and gentlemen, look at how many people are going to your Spotify thing and how many listeners you have and how many people subscribe to the thing. So don't be afraid to go over there and get you some. What? What? Great drums on that one. That's Dylan back there on those drums. Stefan says, Genghis Gnome says, over in Gnomesville, we digs the mushroom and chili tater chips. That sounds damn delicious. That sounds damn delish. Don't be afraid to get you some. I'm going to switch good fiddles here. Let's go over to the P90. Let's go. guitar's got a lot of fingerprints on it, doesn't it? Got a lot of fingerprints on this rascal. That's a little song called Unrepentant, ladies and gentlemen. Unrepento is the name of that song. Andrew, unfortunately, they don't do a left-handed version as of yet. And the problem isn't the guitar, the problem is the pickups. Because the way the pickups are made and all that kind of stuff. Although, yeah, it's still a situation. It's still a situation. It's still a situation. It's still a situation. Fingerprints are on the new camera. Yeah. Winter I ever knew was the summer loving you. When I thought we had a fire started, proved your heart was speed retarded. You're so Nova Scotia cold. You're so Nova Scotia cold. Well, you think you know what cold is? Living in Minneapolis, pretty damn cold. Take a little trip to St. John. You'll find out what's really going on. It's so Nova Scotia cold. She's so Nova Scotia cold. She's so Nova Scotia cold. Lord have mercy. Cold, 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 cold. She's cold, 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 cold. December in Halifax. She's so Nova Scotia cold. She's so Nova Scotia cold. She's so Nova Scotia cold. Cold, 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 cold. Cold, cold, Squidamp, squidamp. Did you hear that? Squidamp. Train kept it rolling all night long. Where's the train going? Nova Scotia. Where's the train going? Nova Scotia. It's question time, ladies and gentlemen. This is usually the time we ask questions, and then someone asks the next question, I respond to it, and then someone just tunes in at that exact moment and says, just play. Not that I judge. I do observe, though, and reserve the right to comment, okay? I do reserve the right to comment. Thank you very much, Star. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Don't be afraid. Dylan is armed with a microphone. He can respond to questions. I can respond to questions. Will you continue to the takeovers for some time? I believe so, Stefan. I think we're going to keep on keeping on. And I see you. We got the riff of the week on the Instagram. I've got riffs that I did for our friends at Fishman that are on their social media things where I show little riffs and whatnot. Greg, do you have the entire set of Dylan, do you have the entire set of sonars?
Yes, I do, and I was actually playing them in the last few weeks. Before that, I was using a Gretsch kit, and sometimes I use this big old Bonham blonde kit, and sometimes I mix them all kind of together. But yeah, we just had a gig, so I was kind of lazy, and I'm just using kick, snare, hat, and ride, but, you know.
It works.
It works.
It does work. It does work. Oh, I do the Funk 49 intro. That's the latest lesson, folks. So you can go over to the Instagram and look up Fishman, or you can go on their. I think they're on YouTube as well and Facebook, I believe. Yes, it is nice having the lad chunking out the beats. Good question, Mark Knight. Do you consciously think about having to change your bending pressure when you change guitars, scale lengths? I do. It takes a split second. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm on this one. And then I'll proceed to adjust accordingly. Does Dylan have a band that he is gigging with? If so, where can we find them online? Actually, he has our band that we play with, but some other bands he does.
Alex Wilson I play with.
Alex Wilson.
I play with Dylan Salfer.
Dylan Salfer here and there up in Minneapolis. And that's it.
That's my groups. We got 3.
What's that? He does have a website, Dylan Koch.
Yeah, I think he put some stuff on there.
Is it dylankoch.com? No, what is it? DK Drums? What is your website?
I can't remember.
Jesus Christ.
I have to put stuff on there.
Oh. Wow. That was, what's that? DJKDrums.com, I believe. Is your gig schedule posted online? If you go to gregkoch.com, you can see where that is. There is only one band, the KMT. That's right, Eddie. Fuppet.com, exactly. What's for dinner? Always a good question. You were correct. DJKDrums.com. DJKDrums.com is Dylan's website. Will Dylan be coming to the UK with you in November? I'm sorry we had to cancel that tour. I did a video of that earlier today and posted it. But for a variety of reasons, we've had to cancel. Well, I would say postpone. We're postponing the tour till 2022. 2022 is a year that hopefully will be better than 2021. And 2022 will hopefully be better. Does Dylan use Remo skins on his drums? What kind of skins do you use?
I do use Remos. I usually use a nice coated Weather King on the snare. And then I like the Ambassadors, either coated or clear, depending on my mood, on the toms. But sometimes I also get the natural animal skin heads that Remo makes. They're really nice for tom-toms. I never used them on the snare, but I like them for the toms, too. I like to mix it up.
He likes to make it up. He likes to make it up for the kids. Is your red Les Paul a 1970s? No, it is a, I guess you'd say an R7 from the Gibson Custom Shop. It is a Wildwood Spec 57 featherweight Les Paul, and the color is Sweet Cherry. Sweet, sweet Cherry was doing her act. She had the whole show, and that's a natural fact. She just died, Sweet, Sweet Connie. Damn. Of that song fame. You know you're getting old when the groupies are dying of old age that were mentioned in songs. Sweet, Sweet Connie was doing her act. Not anymore. Now she's in the ether doing her act. Hello, Chiquitas in Omaha, waiting for the band to return to the show. Feeling good, feeling right, it's Saturday night. Greg, are you going direct into your signature amp or using pedals? No, all the overdrive and stuff that you're hearing right now is just the amp. What is my favorite Les Paul model? I like standards, although I like customs too. I do like customs. I have a Epiphone custom right now with the 3 pickups, the Joe Bonamassa one. That was just like an offer I couldn't refuse. I had to get one of those. I'm actually having it outfitted with the 3 gold Fishman Fluence pickups as we speak. That's out in Boston area as we speak. Ryan's taking care of that for me. Bless him with his peeps. Is my 70 Strat an ash body? No, that is an alder body, I believe. And I'm probably going to keep that one as is. I'm not going to mess with that one. Oh, thank you, Andrew. If you don't come to the UK in 2022, I'm going to have to come to the States. Can't wait much longer to see you live. You know, I appreciate that. The band, the band live is a whole different thing, obviously. You know, we can do our thing here in this room, but when we're live in front of folk and we're doing our thing and we're letting our freak flag fly, you know, I have to say, the band is a force to be reckoned with. And if we were put in front of crowds like we were the other night on a regular basis, maybe I wouldn't have to hear, oh, no one knows who you are anymore. Because they would know. And they would taste and drink from the sweet goblet of gristle and say, wow, what a delicious brew. I think I'll just shower it all over me. And then they would spray the gristle contents from their chalice of rock all over their being and accept a new way of life. P90 top. These are my signature P90s with Fishman. They just came out this year. They are the Gristle-tone P90s. And they have 2 voices. Actually, they have 3 voices. When you buy them separately, they have 3 voices. And you can get those anywhere Fishman pickups are sold. This is my signature Gristle 90 guitar with Reverend. They come stock in this guitar. And that's it. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Any plans to come out west in Oregon? You know what? When I know, you'll know, because I'll say. What is my favorite go-to lick? I don't know if I have a favorite, but like if I'm doing a chicken picket thing, I might always lick it. Something like that. Do they still offer that same color that I'm playing? You know, there are a few of these left. There was one, this color was initially a mistake, although it is beautiful. The other turquoise is the one that it's going to be, the toasted turquoise. This is Bradford Beach Blue, and I believe there are a few still floating around in the wild somewhere. Can you dig it? All right, folks, listen, we got to roll. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be doing the Wildwood stream. 3 o'clock back here with our Fishman friends. 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock Central Time on Friday. All right, folks, we'll see you later.